Let's take a look at some examples where the Chande Kroll stop indicator can help improve the usefulness of Fibonacci tools. If you want to learn more about this indicator and every Fibonacci tool, please check out the link in the description and pinned comment. During this long-term uptrend, the lines mostly move parallel to each other and maintain a relatively consistent distance apart most of the time. When they converge, followed by promptly diverging, it is a sign a reversal is more likely, especially with price facing resistance consistently in the low to mid 400s. After a sizable drop in the short term, that amounts to a healthy, moderate correction in the long term. It quickly resumes back up to pressure previous resistance. So we can place a Fibonacci retracement on that recent bearish move. Then as price eventually breaks higher, those extension levels can project resistance areas as price climbs alongside those familiar characteristics, where the indicator lines are moderately inclined and relatively parallel to each other, indicating strong bullish momentum. It is indeed strong bullish momentum, as the long-term uptrend quickly surpasses resistance at those extension levels with above-average volume and green candles that gap up higher. Then after climbing above all the default extension levels, there is also an indication of exhaustion, with a noticeable convergence and divergence again, accompanied by volatile and bearish price action, with above-average volume to back it up. As the overall uptrend undergoes another correction, those extension levels, then reverse rolls to outline key levels that are mostly relevant for identifying approximate support as price drops. Convergence and divergence of the Chande Kroll stop can also indicate clean and strong breaks to continue established trends. As this double top reversal gets underway, we see convergence and divergence in both contexts. First around the time of the major reversal when the pattern completed, and later when price rose back up and was repelled near resistance around its lower boundary. From these clear downswings, we can place a Fibonacci fan to project downtrend lines. Then as the lines and price take a near vertical drop, we see that familiar separation of the indicator lines. Since the Chande Kroll stop incorporates elements of ATR and volatility, it is similar to Bollinger Bands in that strong movement and overextension are often around the times when price is below both lines in the case of a bearish context, and above both lines in the case of a bullish context. So when these characteristics appear, and price also contacts fan lines, there are more likely to be reversals. Also, when there is a convergence and a divergence, price is much less likely to quickly reverse back in the direction of the convergence once the divergence begins. Except when there is greater volatility, and that will usually be very obvious with things like gaps and larger candles, or above-average volume. Here's a common situation, especially on stock charts. Once the downtrend starts reversing significantly, there's also the appearance of a gap. And not too surprisingly, this was preceded by a convergence and divergence. A fib retracement can help quickly identify some key levels around the gap, as it's almost being filled. Eventually, the gap does get filled, technically, but price still remains relatively unchanged as volatile and indecisive trading continues. When this finally does come to an end, it is quite helpful that along with there being a deeper retracement and the gap fill area being contacted more closely this time with the large red candle, there is also a convergence and divergence of the indicator to signal more of a conclusive rebound at this highly relevant support area. On the next chart, there are convergences and divergences, but they're mostly in minor continuation situations. What's more useful to focus on here is when there is a drop to contact a deeper retracement level. An upswing forms quite quickly, well below both lines of the indicator to further the case for severe bearish overextension. That makes a quick and sizable rebound much more likely. Here's a great example of a double bottom reversal completing quickly. A great landmark to place a fib time zone on, which immediately runs lines through key developments during this bullish reversal. In theory, and sometimes in practice, these time zone lines will be contacted close to convergences and divergences to identify the approximate time ranges of some key events, though realistically not every time zone line in convergence will line up with a major development, or even be close to one at all, especially as the time zone lines are spread further apart as time goes on. However, especially near the beginning of the time zone, This can be one way to add the element of time when combining Fibonacci methods and the Chande Kroll stop. Interestingly, here's another double bottom reversal, but of a more compact variety, resulting in Fib time zone lines being much closer together at first. That's in comparison to the moderate to large Fib retracement, which covers many key swing points. In any case, the point here is to show an example where trading contacts, intersections between time zone lines, and retracement levels, with the idea that they could be more significant when they are close to or even overlap with areas where there are convergences and divergences of the indicator lines. And overall, the areas where there are Fibonacci intersections closer to convergence of the indicator, we do see more significant movements in most cases. On the next chart, price is falling into a stable correction, which is a great opportunity to add a Fibonacci channel. Putting a Fibonacci time zone on the first downswing of the channel can also help narrow down some more important developments, especially at the boundaries of the main channel. Then when we add the Chande Kroll stop, the areas where there are convergences aren't that useful, other than at the beginning of the channel. When there's a more narrow range, or a channel like this, it will usually be better to focus on when sharp swing points form above and below both lines of the indicator, especially nearing boundaries of the main channel. Overall, the Fib time zone isn't that useful when combined with the indicator in this case, though it does run time zone lines near the breakout area using multiple variations. And that's useful to the extent that the indicator confirms the strength of that break with the slight convergence and divergence before both its lines make a brief but steep incline as price shoots up. Here's a good example of a major continuation with exceedingly high volatility. Using the Fibonacci retracement and channel aren't that clean, with price drastically fluctuating when the new drop begins and ends. But overall, the boundaries of the retracement range and the channel extension lines approximately identify where price begins to flatten into more range-bound movement. Because of the drastic and quick drop, there's also some lag when the indicator converges and diverges before and after the drop. But still, these areas do point out where price was getting overextended, especially when those sharp swing points formed below both lines, as a slight incline began in the mid to low 40s, where the channel extension lines converged with the bottom of the retracement range. Here's a good contrasting example. There are those familiar characteristics when price starts an uptrend, then when it falls back down to roughly the same area for a deep retracement. There is more volatile and range-bound movement. However, the addition of the indicator that converges around this time does identify a major slowdown to this deep downtrend. But overall, it's still quite messy, even when there is the additional confirmation of a Fib spiral to narrow down the price and time range where the downtrend could face more opposition, and the same when adding a Fib time zone. So just like basically every analysis tool and method, results won't be that good when there's indecisive and volatile movement for a prolonged period. And that's why you watch these videos. You want to see success and failure and limitations, not just perfect examples all the time. Speaking of which, if you want to see more on every Fibonacci tool and the Chande Kroll stop, please check out the links in the description and pinned comment.